It's time to get the EXL 100 out again. I know we said we weren't doing another video, but we've got one more area to cover, and that's tape loading. And we've got this device here to help us do it. Now this is really simple to do. This is just putting a hat on top of an Arduino and soldering a couple of wires. For more difficult tasks, we can turn to our partner, PCBWay.
PCBWay is the one-stop shop for your fabrication needs, whether it's creating your own PCBs, browsing through their large libraries of shared products, or if you want professional grade 3D printing, CNC milling, or even shared metal fabrication and injection molding. Take a look at PCBWay.com now for great prices and a professional and quick service. We've printed a few projects with PCBWay and we've always had a great return on it and excellent prices.
Yes, only problem with doing this is we yet again have to solder a DIN plug, which is not something I enjoy doing. So anyway, it's in there, it's in our helping hand. So we have a diagram, right, which I had accidentally left downstairs. Anyway, we have a DIN 5, which is obviously what we've got here. So we just need to connect. We won't care about saving, so we won't worry about that one. There we go, that's where we need it. So we need to get 3 into the TX line on that adapter, 2 on the ground, and 4 on the RX, which is our tape control pin. So that's nice and simple. Sure, that will just work perfectly with no problems. All right, let's bring you back. Don't know how well you're going to see this, by the way. There we are. So that diagram was basically the port, looking at the port, which means it'll be the same as the back of these pins. So as long as we look at it like this with the arc at the bottom, then that will be the same as our diagram, which means we need a ground wire in this bottom pin. We need a load wire in that pin, and we need a control wire in this pin. Should be simple enough. It never is with DIN plugs, but hey, let's give it a shot. So let's see if we can find some black wire for ground. Oh, well, you know what? We'll just use these DuPont cables. There we go. These will be easier. So you know what? We'll take this brown for ground. Right, you lot can go back over there to where I will invariably use you for some other project. There we go. Yeah, so we've got ground, and then we got, from that coming out of that adapter, we've got orange and yellow. So let's take orange and yellow from there. There we go. Put that back. Now the good thing about this is using these is that the adapter ends, there we go, ends in spiky DuPonts, and we've got female DuPonts and male DuPonts at either side, and obviously we can put the male DuPonts into this, so that should all just work. It never just works. Anyway, let's get this. This is probably never going to stay in focus, by the way. I apologise in advance. It's kind of vaguely in focus at the moment, so that's good. Right, let's turn on the soldering iron. Now, normally we'd run some solder in there, but as these DuPont cables just kind of fit in there, you may not have to. Oh my word. I think that did just fit. Amazing. Right, so the other one we need. So, pretty sure orange is RX. So let's do the yellow up here. I mean, these aren't going to fit into the covering properly, not even slightly. But you know what? So be it. Okay, we've done. So what I did manage to do is I managed to take off the the kind of the black plastic thing that covers the DuPont on 2 of the cables. So the middle one's still got it, but took off the 2 others, and then I just used some heat shrink to make sure the metal bits didn't touch anything. So that should be pretty good. They seem fairly strong in there. That was rather painless compared to a lot of the times I've done one of these DIN plugs. So we should just be able to tighten this up so that it just holds them together, and then we can thread this over, and then we've got a working cable. Yeah, I'll do it now, why not? I can always fast forward past it if I need to. And there's a, make sure I see what it does on the camera. There's a screw hole there, and that I have to lines up with the screw hole there, like that. And then we have this tiny screw here, which I just dropped, but that's fine, it'll end on there. And we can put that in there, and we even have a screwdriver. Yeah, that'll do, there we are. And then we can tighten that up. We have a, what will hopefully be a working cable. And these colours should also line up, fingers crossed. Well, one that definitely lines up is the ground, we know that much. As long as that diagram's correct. And then orange, and then yellow. Right. So let's zoom back out again. There we are. Let's move the helping hand out of the way. Thank you, helping hand. And there is our cable. Now this is a power cable, but we can't get power, it seems, from the EXL 100. If you're using another machine that this device works with, like the Thomson Ranger computers and such like, you can tap off 5 volts and it will power up the Arduino. But we're going to have to power the Arduino the traditional way, so that's fine. We just have to, I don't know, maybe I'll remove that one. But anyway, those all connected. We have technically a working cable. So what we will do is go and set up over by the table, connect up the EXL 100, connect this to it, and see if we can load some games. Right, so here we are at the EXL 100. I'm assuming we need basic, because I don't know how else we'd load tape games. I made one small change to this, and what I've done is I've taken the motor control and grounded it. It just means it will play automatically. That's fine, it's not a major issue, we can do that. Right, so let's put in the basic cartridge. So let's plug this in as well. There we are, that should now power up. And what we see there is a nice list of files. Right, so put this to one side. Turn this on, and hopefully this will boot to, yes, it did power up, thank God for that. Right, so we'll record the screen anyway, let's see what's going on. Okay, so to use this, all we have to do is click on what we're going to load up. I don't know if any of these are small. I'm going to guess Star Trek isn't. So we'll load up Sphinx, and then we should just be able to hit OK. Now normally it would wait then for remote control, but this won't. So we need to do the load command. What is the load command? How do you load games up on an EXL 100 from tape? Okay, well, you know what? I've got the manual. So let's take a look. Okay, well that took some searching. Whilst I am half French Canadian, my French is terrible. But I eventually did find utilisation d'un magnétophone, so that's tape. That command load, but it's over the other page. So it looks like that's what we do basically to kind of do just to load whatever command is. We put one full stop in there, which is interesting. Right, so hopefully the keyboard's working. So load, and then we push the shift button down, but you don't hold it down on this because they're going to do one command at a time. And then that, one dot, and then that again. Right, so what we do is, we do enter, and now we have to push escape, and then escape will start it loading. Normally that would send the command to say, hey, start the tape up, but obviously it won't. So now if we hit OK here, that should play. Right, so oh, that is a big file. Anyway, that's playing. I think that text at the top has changed. Let's say, is that, well, I mean, it's called Sphinx, so is that it? There's no other indication that anything else has happened. Okay. Well, I guess we just wait for it to load then, don't we? I guess that's what we do. I won't wait. If there's no other, I'll cut the video. If anything shows up, like a loading screen or anything like that, and I don't think it will, because I think these are basic programs. But if anything does show up, I will show it and then cut back. But if not, I'll wait until it's actually loaded up. Oh, well, that's still playing, but it's just dropped us to a block, and the things change. So, okay. Guess I just tried typing run. Oh, well, something's happening. There's a bit of corruption going on the screen. I'm wondering maybe if my EXL 100 needs... Ooh, hello, wait. What's this now? Oh, it loaded something. Hey! Oh, I'm guessing it was supposed to load something else, and that's why that's still playing. Oh, well, that's a problem. Yeah. Okay, so that's why that carried on playing. There was more data to this program, but it loaded it. It loaded something from technically Cassette. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's loading something. Yeah, so that bar at the top, that does change depending on what it's loading. That's kind of cool. This machine is really cool. I think it's not going to work though, because it's going to need to find that. I'm guessing it's looking precisely for a thing called para, so that's not going to work. So what we'll do, I think, is we'll reset and we will try loading something else up, I guess. Okay, so this one's loaded. It's finished again before the tape finished, so I wonder if this one's missing some as well. This one was a lot closer. Let's just try running it again. The basic on this is quite... Oh, hello. Oh. The basic on this is quite slow, I've noticed. Yeah, the reason why I'm not listing any programs out is because I've tried that... Oh, there's an error. Did I not load properly? Yeah, the reason I'm not trying listing the whole program is because I've listed up just a short program on this before, and yeah, it was not fast. 6040. If force equals beep 1, then go sub 6100. That doesn't sound like that's right. Anyway, let's go to a summary. And there we have it. That's loading up take games on the rather wonderful Exelvision EXL 100 computer. Yeah, that probably is really the last one for a while on this computer. I do love it, but can't keep doing videos. And yeah, we got the pinball game working just enough so that it would carry on running while we did the summary. I don't know if it'll work beyond pushing a button, but I guess I'll find out afterwards. Anyway, if you like the video, please hit like. If you really like the video, please hit subscribe. If you didn't like the video or you have something else to say, then please leave it in the comments below. And don't forget, you can get early access to videos and exclusive videos by joining our Patreon or our YouTube membership. And don't forget to hit the watch alarm thingy button that tells you when we release new videos so you can find out whenever we do the next EXL 100 video, which we're not doing. See you next time.
The present is horrible, the future looks bleak. Remember our childhood to get us through the week. We're getting re-enthused, back to the past and the things we used. We all know that our pasts were great, escaping the things that today we hate. Getting re-enthused